Come on, come on, come on in the room. Hey, Peaches. Hey, honey. How are you? Hope all is well. I'm coming in for just a little chat tonight. Last night I was on until 4 o'clock this morning. Hey, indicates we was here till 4 o'clock this morning, and then I got up and did another live at 9 o'clock. Hey, Benj, my gemologist, my beautiful gemologist. Benj Thinker has a channel too. She's a content creator. You guys make sure you go over there and sub to her. I think her main focus is health and healing. And we're going to talk about that. And Benj, I don't know, you may want to jump on the platform and just tell us a little about your channel. And we're doing a little bit of the process of healing. That's what we're going to do today. Because we have a lot of broken women here, fractured. And they need to be put back together. And I am my sister's keeper. And so I want to try to be a part of making them whole again. Whatever I could do to help you to be whole again. We all are healing from some type of wounds. Even myself. No matter how well put together I am, I have a past too. We all have a past. Sometimes people are broken and they need help in healing. And so I think some of the positivity thing that we're some of the positivity things that we are doing will help people to heal. And don't be afraid to let someone know you're broken. And I know sometimes that's challenging on these YouTube streets because people use that against you. But please believe we don't use it against you. We're here for you and not against you. So we're here for you. So we was talking earlier, and Miss Monty, and I think she'll come in later. Hey, Donna Hughes will come on the live stream, and she was just telling us about she lost her parents when she was young. And so that has made a significant impact on her lifestyle, the way she lived, the way she think, and the help that she seek or what she's looking for to make her whole again. And I think she's healing quite well. I think she's a beautiful person from what I've seen on these YouTube streets. I don't know her personally, but her spirit comes through on these YouTube streets. And I think sometime by us sharing each other's story, we can help others open up and we can have dialogue about it and we can heal. So we're going to do that. I told you I have a new channel. For some reason, this thing looked like my eye. Look like my eye is drooping over there. Anywho, I told you I have a new channel coming, and so we'll delve more into that later. But right now, hey, honey, right now, I just want to deal with some things that we've seen on the street, and we're wondering why these people are doing, and especially women are doing the things they doing. And I come to find out they're broken. They're broken and they haven't dealt with their brokenness. So hurt people, broken people, break people, try to break people. And that's what's going on here. So I am going to drop the link so we can have a little panel and a little dialogue about this. I ask that you be very respectful in the chat, and to the host, of course, you know I don't tolerate that. We have a certain decorum over here. And we don't, I want you to express how you feel about whatever's going on, and you can do it by talking and not using profanity. Now, I can't control anyone's vocabulary. However, you need to talk to people. You don't have to cuss at people. You don't have to fuss at people, but you need to get your point across by talking to people. And that's what I want to allow us to do here. Talk to people so we can be heard. Now, this is not a bashing. This is roasting. This is not a roasting. This is not one by one particular content creator. I pay those people dust. See, because if I let them get in my mind and my spirit, then they will distract me from what I'm doing. And I'm not going to let that happen. So what people say about me don't move, don't shake me, and it don't change who I am. I am a classy lady. I am a beautiful lady. I am a sister that try to reach out and help other people. I have my good points and bad points just like everyone else. But most of all, I try to show love. I try to show love, and I'm trying to extend my hand out to my sisters. That's what I'm trying to do. I could give a dang about what other people. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm about. And if you don't see that, then you're missing it. You're definitely missing that, because people want different. But in order for you to show them different, you have to really be different. You have to be different, and that's what we're doing. So I'm just going to run through a couple of content creators that I have called my YouTube family. Now, we all are our own individuals. We do what we do on our platform. We know we don't judge each other, but some things I don't do, I don't tolerate, I don't say, because I am building a brand and I want my brand not to be tarnished. So that's why I don't do it. But I do care for all my sisters that I am going to roll out from my on my tongue. One is a snack and a meal. I have been missing her. A snack and a meal. She's a content creator. She's a content creator that we need to visit. She's doing something positive. A snack, please charge it to my head and not to my heart, because I don't know exactly what you're doing. But again, I know you're a content creator. I know you're an awesome supporter of mine. And I know you're a positive sister sending out positive vibes. And that's why I support you. And that's why I'm sending my support your way, along with asking people to join on this positive movement. We have Lily. Lily is a gemologist of mine. Lily does her blinging. She has a channel that she networks and she does bling, and she blinged out a cup for me. I don't have it on, which is absolutely gorgeous. And she has a channel of her own. Then we have Read the Heart of Philadelphia. Everyone knows Read. Read been around for a while. Read the Heart of Philadelphia. She has written one or two books. One is in reference to the beefing sector and beefing for dollars. And we see that every day. So that's Read the Heart of Philadelphia. And then I have the Binge Thinker. I told you Binge Thinker is upcoming. She's on a positive note. She's healing, health and healing. Then I have my man, my one and only gentleman here, Captivating Christian. Ooh, let me back that up. Captivating Christian. He's my political analyst. Follow Captivating Christian. I know he's at noon and he's delivering politics. And on Tuesday, he collaborates with Mr. Credential, and they are doing health and wellness, politics, health and wellness. And then we have Triple Red. I shouted this brother out earlier because I super duper admire him. I watched him with the Rico interview, and I was blown away how well they did that interview, him and Official D Spot. I didn't forget you, Official D Spot. However, that's the brother who collaborated with Triple Red. Triple Red is going places. New levels, baby, new devils, because you're going places. You just have to remain strong. You are going places. I really see that, and I like your channel. I call him my investigator. I call him my storyteller and my investigator. Has an excellent channel. I really like it. Little mess. Oh, he could throw shade. He could read. Yeah, he can read, but he tried to stay positive, and I admire him because he's a young man on here doing his thing. Then, of course, you know, I have my one and only Love Mother. You know, Mother, and I put Mother in the category by himself. That's James Spillet Boy Television. I admire him. He has several channels. So you guys check some of those people out. Proud Glamour, Thankful Thursday. She has a Thankful Thursday, like a Bible study. where we get on there and we talk about different things. We talk about women of the Bible in general. If you like that, then hop on over to One Proud Glamour. Demetra lit all day. You all know her. She's been around for a long time. She's part of the fam. Her and Miss Mani has a cooking channel, which is cute, super cute, and I support them. Now, if I missed you, please charge it to my heart, to my head, and not to my heart. Please do that. And I'll roll those people out again. But those are people I admire. Those are people are somewhat messy, you know, when they have to be, but very positive, and you could get something from those people. And I want to touch on something that I think was misunderstood today. I'm not trying to change the B sector. I'm bringing change to the B sector. I'm not trying to change the B sector. I landed here. I know what the B sector is about, but I'm not a part of it like that. See, I'm different. So you have a choice to subscribe, and your viewership is very important to me, and your subscription is. However, I don't mind if you don't like me. I don't mind if you unsubscribe because you don't get my vibe. You don't like what I'm doing. However, I'm going to continue to do me. You can say what you want about me and anyone else in my family. I'm not shaken. I'm not being moved. I'm immovable. You know, I am unapologetically me. Unapologetically me. You don't have to like me, because I always tell you, no one validates who I am. I validate myself. I'm a classy lady. I like a little mess, but I don't like trashy people. Yeah. So I don't like trashy people. But so let's get on with the show. We're talking about broken people. It could be a woman or a man or a child. When broken people are broke, most of the time they will try to break other people because they're hurting and they haven't gone through the healing process. And there's a lot of avenues that you can go through to heal. But some people don't seek out advice. They don't seek out professional help. And so what they do, they try to help themselves. But the main, let me see. They try to help themselves, so they mask their problems. They mask their problems through drugs, alcohol, hurting other people. That's how they mask. They wear makeup, they wear nice hair, they wear nice clothes, they try to talk eloquently, they try to pretend to be someone they're not. It's a big facade because they're broken. And there's nothing wrong with that, because people deal with being broken how they deal with it. I can't tell you how to deal with your brokenness. I just know you're broken. Somehow you have to reach out and get help, because when you're broken, you can't love. And when you can't love yourself, then there's a problem with you loving someone else. You have to heal some kind of way. Now, I may not be the woman for you, and that's okay. You don't have to take my advice, and that's okay. But I'm going to say it, and I'm going to extend my hand anyway. And when I see that you're not reciprocating, then I will back off. But until then, I will continue to come on my platform and do what I'm sent to do. Yes, and I do like a little mess. I do like a little mess, but I try to stay focused. My main course of this big meal is not little meat and potatoes. It's not potatoes and vegetables and bread. And I want the whole loaf. I want the main course. I want the big meal. I want to shoot for the stars on these YouTube streets, because I see the money that can be made. So I'm going to stay my course no matter what you say and what you think you can do to me, because I'm built like that, because I am that girl. Yeah, I'm not that big, but I'm that girl. I'll take that girl. So with that being said, I was hoping that the person that I wanted to share their story with will come on the platform. I'm going to drop a link, because we all have a story. We're afraid to tell our story on these YouTube streets because people use it against us. But you can't be on these YouTube streets, especially as a content creator, if you don't have thick skin, especially in this sector, not on the YouTube streets, but in this sector. If you hear, and this is where you're building your channel, you have to toughen up. If you don't toughen up, they'll see your weakness and they'll come for you to break you. Yeah, because there is a chess game being played here, and we all are a part of the chess game. Just who will survive and who will win is the question. And I'm going to win. I'm a winner. I'm definitely not a loser. I'm a winner. I'm a leader and not a follower. See, I'm not a blind follower. You can't snow. You can't, I got to watch it. Yeah, you can't sugarcoat stuff for me because I see through it. I see through it. I have that discernment that let me see through some of this. So with that being said, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop and look at my chat before I start getting texts to look at my chat. I want to speak to everybody. So let's get rock and rolling here. But this should be a good one. So if you want to, please, when I drop this StreamYard, you come on up on the StreamYard when I drop the link. Please be courteous, be respectful. It's okay. It's okay for you to voice your, for you to talk to us, but please don't come up here cussing, fussing, and disrespecting me, my chat, or my panel. Please don't do that. It won't be allowed. I will personally throw you out of here and don't care if you ever come back again. We just don't do that here. We have a certain decorum here, and you know it. You already know it. If you follow me, you know it. Okay? So let's go. Let's go. Oh, Snack, let me sub. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Good evening, Lily. Triple Red. Donna, hello, love. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about. Hello, Triple Red. Thanks for joining me. Brother, I really admire you. I really admire you. I see you are on to something. You have a lot of avenues to go, Triple Red, and hopefully I'll follow you through. Why you didn't tell me you are a content creator? A Snack didn't, and I neglect to mention a Snack, and I humbly apologize for that. And Teach and Learn is in here. I like that, Teach and Learn. Hello, Teach and Learn. Gaia, Binge Thinker. That's one of my gemologists. Thank you, Ms. T. I appreciate your support and love. Always, sister, as long as you're doing something positive. Okay, wrote 7 books. Oh, my bad. 7 books. That's a correction. That's for you, Read The Heart of Philadelphia. You wrote 7 books? I didn't know that. Hello, Cookie. I see you made it early. Read the Heart. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure that you guys support these content creators. Hello, Andrea. I mentioned Demetra lit all day. I did. Okay. So I think indeed, I don't know what they're talking about. So I get lost when I do that. So I'm going to drop this link. And the lady that I was looking for, she's not here, but I'm sure she may be here a little later, because when she started to share her story earlier, I kind of stopped her because I wanted to use it as a segue into tonight's topic. Now, there are broken men and women. If you want to share your story, or you have written a book and you want to share a portion of it so we can know more about you, let's do that. Let's do that tonight. I'm open. I got time. That's how they say it. I said one proud glamour. Okay, expanding the sector. Right, thank you. Expanding the sector and creating options. That's all I'm here to do. That's all we're trying to do. And we're trying to do it in a positive light. You know I love you. Hello, baby. So, yes. So I just want to make sure. Amen. The things that I'm extra good at is being me. Me too. And I try to be me. And I'm unapologetically Miss Teav. Hey, mama, sister. Oh, that's Reed speaking to everybody. Okay. Hey, mother. We see mother in here. Okay. So, hey, TC, how are you, baby? Be sure to thumbs up. Make sure you thumbs up the video. I think we talked about that. That gets me in the algorithm, you know. So let's get ready. I'm going to drop this link. If you want to share a story, please. This is not about another content creator. This is solely about us. If you don't want to share a story, then that's fine. But I think you all have something to say in reference to brokenness. It don't have to be, it doesn't have to be your brokenness, but the brokenness that you see. What advice would you give somebody? What advice or what can you shed light on about brokenness? It does not have to be, and I don't want it to be about any one particular person. This is not a beat down or a drag out session. Okay, so there you are. There's the StreamYard link. I dropped it. If you want to come on, you could come on here. And I told you, I'm waiting. Miss Manny started a new channel as well. I think her channel is going to be so good. You right, she did. And I always associate her with Demetra. So my bad. Miss Monty, exactly. She started a new channel. But if you don't have anything and you don't want to come on, that's fine. But we're going to talk about broken people. Why are we seeing so many people hurting here and hurting people? Because they're broken. These women are battered and abused mentally and physically. And they are using the YouTube streets to escape whatever's happening in their real life or what has happened in their real life. They're using YouTube. So when you see two women or women go after men or however it goes, that's because they're hurting. They haven't dealt with their hurt. They haven't dealt with their hurt. So they want to hurt other people. Yeah, they believe that they should hurt other people because nobody cared about them. Nobody's caring about them. They don't seem to think no one loves them. So they want to come on here and they want to inflict pain upon us by calling us names, by dragging us, by doing all the crazy things that they do. They want to inflict their pain upon us. That's what that's about. Don't take it personal, because if you take it personal, you'll get caught up. You'll get caught up in a place you don't want to be, because people are trying to break us down as being Black people, as a society in a whole. Our communities, they're trying to break us, and now have spread it on YouTube. Somebody told me the history. It's been like this for years. I'm just seeing the real darkness and the brokenness of people on YouTube because I'm basically just coming on the scene about a year or two, something like that. So I'm seeing it more and more as days go by. So what I observe, I can only speak on. There's a lot of hurt women in here. Fractured women. They don't even know where to start. They don't know where to start to begin to heal because no one has ever helped them. And maybe so. Maybe people have offered help and they rejected the help because they're not ready. That's like me telling a drug addict, you can't do drugs every day. They're not going to change and reach out for no type of help until they're ready to. But in the meantime, they're going to continue to destroy themselves and the people around them that loves them because they're feeding that addiction. It's the same with abused and broken people. And not just women, there's broken men. There's broken men, and they don't know where to start to get help because a lot of African-American, Black people, whatever you want to label us, don't believe in seeking professional help. We sweep things under the carpet and we hope they stay there. I used to mask my stuff by just making sure that I was properly dressed. I look sharp. I pretend like I was okay. But in some cases, I was hurting inside. But until I learned how to deal with that, then I was broken. And I would allow anybody to come by and break me too, in some cases. But I made sure that I healed. I healed so I could be strong enough to endure whatever comes my way. And for my challenges and journey in my life, I made sure I had to heal properly because I would have continued to hurt people. And I don't mean physically. You know what? Mentally, beat a person worse than physically. You could beat down a person mentally, and it does more damage than you blackening my eye and my heel and my eye heels. And that's what's going on these YouTube streets. You are broken anytime you could do some of the things you do and say some of the things you do on these YouTube streets. If you are broken Anytime you don't want to be a part of someone else's success, you pretend like you want to be a part of it, but soon they start rising to success, you bring them down. You try to destroy them because you bring them back on your level because you're not comfortable with you. See, what's for me is for me. I don't have to worry about you taking away what's for me because what God has for me is strictly for me. So I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about shouting you out, helping you shine. None of that stuff. None of it. Because I got mines in the bag. Yeah, I got my thing in the bag and can't no one take that away. But they're chipping away at a lot of people on here. They are. I got a little story. And I want to watch how I share the story. But I have a little friend on here. I have a friend on here that I watch all the time and I talk to, on here and stuff. And we were in like a little private chat. And they were telling me that they were a part of someone's platform and they had made a comment. And the whole chat, plus the host, start disrespecting them, dragging them, calling them all kinds of names that they felt so bad that they didn't even want to come on YouTube again. I felt bad for that person because I know that's a good person. I felt really bad, and this lady is telling me, and I felt really bad. But that's what they want to do. They want to break you, and if you're weak, they will because they're broken. Instead of talking to me or trying to understand me and use your words, as one of my friends told me, use your words, they began to cuss her out. They didn't even try to understand the question that she was imposing. They just said, don't come on their effing platform and try to change their platform and what they're talking about. And then the chat, of course, went wild and started cussing her and dragging her. Why are we subjected to that? Because those people in the chat, as well as the hosts, are broken people. They don't even know how to talk to you. All they know how to do is cuss at you, call you names, because that's what they're used to. Don't fault them all the time. That's how they were treated. That's the way they were treated. So they only know to treat you like that. Because see, so we have to look a little deeper. We can't always fault somebody because something else is a little deeper is going on. And I told you, we see it a lot on YouTube. We see it a lot. And we're going to continue to see it because as the world turns, so will our children. They will continue to act like this. They're not going to change. And some of them will change, but some of them are comfortable. And some people are afraid to change. Some people are really afraid of change because they're afraid of rejection. If I change, then these people who I have grown accustomed to liking me, being with me, may reject me. I could give 2 cents about somebody rejecting me. I am who I am. You don't validate me. You're not going to make me. So I don't care about you rejecting me. But they are scared of rejection. And so that's why they don't change. But just watching them, they're hurting. They're hurting. And they hear each time they see a positive something going on, please believe me, you are noticed. And they're taking bits and bits, and hopefully they will heal. Something we will say or something we will do will help them heal. Now, they don't have to reach out to us, but it may just drop a nugget to go seek professional help. Stop using the drugs. Stop drinking. Stop selling your body. Stop damaging yourself and go seek help. Go seek help so you can heal, so you can love. Even if you have children, it's hard for you to love your children because you don't know love. Love is something taught, cultivated in you when you're growing up. You're taught to love. So when you become an adult and you try to love without that being cultivated in you and someone showing you love, somebody giving you everything you need, nurturing you, you have a hard time loving someone else, even your own children. That's a fact. And then you will subject yourself, not only yourself, but your children to hurt and pain. That's a fact. That's a fact. Again, Miss Monty, I have you on here. I would like for you, I want to shed a little light on something you said, if you don't mind. If you do mind, don't come on the platform. I will continue because I'm going to get what I need to say out, regardless if someone comes on the platform, because we see it. So sometimes we can't hold people to, well, that's not true. That's not true. Your action shows who you are. Yep, I'm about to lie. We can't do that. But anywho, sometimes you have to overlook people and you have to look and see what is really going on. I'm trying to figure what is really going on with some of these people. And I'm not going to spend my whole life trying to figure them out. But at this point and this time, I'm going to try so I can see how I can maneuver to like them. I'm not talking about one particular person. I'm talking about several people. I have to see them for who they really are. Yes, I do. But I have to see why they act that way. Why are they trying to hurt me? Why are they trying to hurt you? Why are they trying to hurt other people? Why? Why? Because they hurt it. They're broken. Broken women, broken men. Some of these people have a lot of mental issues that they haven't dealt with yet. And they will continue to hurt people. They will continue to hurt themselves, not even about us, hurting yourself. Drinking all day, constantly, waking up drinking, going to sleep drinking. You're damaging your physical body. You're shooting your liver and kidneys to hell. You may not last to be as old as you want to be or to see your grandchildren. You may not last because you're killing yourself. Drug use, you're killing yourself. You're killing your brain cells. You know, I peeped a little something the other day and someone else brought it to my attention. And you can look at a person, for sure you can look at a person and tell when they're alcoholic. Yeah, because their kidneys don't function and they start getting this puffy look to them. And the puffiness starts around the face and around the nose. And that's because their kidneys is working extra hard in their liver. Yeah, to maintain. So it starts showing in their features. Then you start getting dark stuff around your nose when you use drugs. And dark stuff around your eyes when you're using certain type of drugs. Your lips. Yeah, your features change when you use those things. And so I know, no, I haven't tested anyone. I haven't even heard anyone tell me that they're a user, but I know that just by what I do and how I work my work. I know that we have a lot of people who are masking their brokenness with alcohols and drugs. They're masking it and hurting other people and hurting themselves. Some people are cutters. Some people overeat. You have all these things going on because you're masking your hurt. When you simply could go and talk to somebody and somebody can help you heal. But instead you want to come on YouTube and you want to use YouTube and do things to other people to make you feel something that you're not. You're not really that person. You just feel that way because you're masking a lot of your pain. And every time I get high or I drink, I don't have to deal with my reality. When I'm inebriated, I don't have to deal with my reality. That's sad, but that's what's going on. And we're watching it. We're watching it. No, we don't have to know for a fact by you saying it. We're watching people actions to know that they are using. I'm watching your physical features. I'm watching your gestures, your movement. I'm watching a lot of things to let me know that something else is going on deeper. And you don't want anyone to see it. This is not one particular person. So let's not go there. This is several people. I have a drink when I want to. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. But I have a drink when I want to. But I'm not an alcoholic. That's a difference of being an alcoholic and just having a drink. But only because in most cases you're so broken, you mask your problems with alcohol and drugs. You won't seek professional help. Listen, I'm willing to talk to anyone. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a life coach. I am in the medical field. I'm willing to talk to anyone who wants to talk. I will listen. I will not judge you. I'm just here for you. I am my sister's keeper. And better yet, I'm my sister and brother's keeper. I'm my sister and brother's keepers. And so I'm always willing to help. I will reach out to people for you, but you have to really be wanting that help. I'm not going to bend over backwards for somebody that don't bend over backwards for themselves. I'm going to extend that olive branch and we'll go from there. But I'm not going to bend over backwards. I'm not going to judge you, but I'm going to tell you the truth. And maybe you won't accept the truth, but it's good to hear the truth. It's good to face your reality. Yeah, it's good for you to admit you have a problem in order to change it. So that's my take. I'll extend it. If you need help, if you want to talk about it, and you want to use my platform, you're welcome to do that. I will not allow anyone to sit here and judge you, beat you down, disrespect you. I don't do that over here. We don't do that over here. See, we're a different type of breed over here, and I like that. And that's why I enjoy my slow but steady growth. I appreciate that. I welcome my slow but steady growth because you get the type of people you want to be a part of your life on these YouTube streets. So I'm going to drop this link again. If you want to come on, if you have something to say, please join me, because I'm going to do this. So if not, I will continue to talk. This is a no judgment zone. We accept you for who you are here. Now, if I love you as a sister or a brother, then I will correct you. You may not like it, but because I love you and I don't want to see you go down that hole, then I will tell you. I will correct you, just like you could correct me. I accept criticism, positive criticism. And you know what? I even look at negative comments made to me, and I try to look at them and I try to decipher, what is that person really trying to say to me? What does that mean, what they said to me? See, because you can't make me think that I'm mean and I'm hateful and I'm a witch and a bee and all that. Well, hello, my love. Here's Miss Monty.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, sweetheart. I enjoyed the little bit of your show that I caught because I went to sleep and I woke up
Oh,
late.
I ate a piece of tamale pie and I was KO'd to about when you see me say hey.
Hey. Okay. Miss Monty,
It was good.
I want to say, and here's Andrea. Andrea, would you like to co-host me tonight?
Sure.
Okay. So, Miss Monty, I heard you earlier say, please, for one, Miss Monty, I want to ask just a couple of questions, just my little questions. How long you been on YouTube?
Well, like in the chats and stuff, I've only been on YouTube since last year,
Uh-huh.
June.
Uh-huh.
But as far as like, you know, cooking tutorials or anything, how you fix this around the house,
Mm-hmm.
many years. I never knew about the live chats until last June.
Okay, last June. Okay, so you've been around, but I think one thing I heard you say today is about your parents dying when you was young, and that
Yeah,
it caused
my father.
your father, and it caused you some type of trauma, and you
I
had a
think anytime you grow up without a biological parent, that's trauma.
okay, but then I think I heard you also say that you were just really dealing with it. You came on YouTube. Tell us your purpose of coming on YouTube because I think I want to take it back there and how it different from what it is now.
Okay, so my uncle passed in June, and my uncle was like a father to me. He was the man that I respected. He was the man that I looked up to my life. And
Mm,
so when he passed, it was real hard on the whole family because it was also a whole adjustment for the family. Um, Relocating my grandmother to live with me and, caring for her and just a whole nother world for me. Um, and so I really found myself like getting off of the social media that I had been on, which was Facebook, to not escape social media. I'm not in no way, shape, or form. But basically my uncle was heavily involved in my Facebook, and I wasn't ready for seeing those reminders of him and him commenting on my posts. I wasn't strong enough or ready to see that yet. So I got off Facebook and I came to YouTube just to like watch some beauty tutorials and makeup tutorials and hair tutorials. And I fell in the B sector.
mm, that's how you landed here.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
came I came in watching is it okay for me to say who I came in watching? Because I know you
sure.
said you didn't want no names. I
Well,
came in
yeah.
watching Joyce. Beauty
Okay.
by
Oh,
Joyce.
Joyce. Okay.
Uh-huh. So that's how I got introduced to the sector. And, it wasn't all messy over there at first. And
Hmm.
it started getting messier and messier and messier. But by the time her chat got real, real messy, I had already ventured out and found other people. So I knew where I could go and where I didn't want to go by the time her chat got real, real messy.
Mm. I never
But lo
really.
and behold, they was all with it all along. I just didn't know the history.
Oh, okay. So, do you think that the you're being here on YouTube has negatively or positively impacted your life?
Both.
Both. Explain that to me, please.
I've
Go
had
ahead.
to deal with a lot of things that I've kind of been able to suppress and, not think about in a lot of years.
Uh-huh.
Um, but seeing all of the drug addiction and seeing all of the talk about molestation and, pedophiles and all of that, like all of that has triggered me because it's things
Mm.
in my real life. Regardless if you say it's virtual, for me, that really happened in my life. You know what I mean? I really did live with somebody that was addicted to crack, and that how that affected me. You know what I mean? Growing up, I was touched by somebody that was supposed to be a cousin in my family when I was 15. You know, so that negatively affected me, and just to know, people take serious situations like that and make light and make fun. Now, don't get me wrong. I grew up watching celebrity roast.
Sorry. Andrea, mute yourself, sweetheart, for a minute. It's background noise. Is that you or Miss Monty? Okay. You can unmute yourself. Sorry, sis. Unmute yourself. You could unmute yourself. Oh, she might have back. Continue. I apologize for the interjection. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine. Um,
I'm sorry, sweetheart. You were saying you grew up with, with someone on crack in your family, the abuse and stuff. Take it from there. Just go ahead and take it from there. I apologize.
Oh no, it's okay. And so, to see how people can make light of situations and fun of people instead of reaching out to help them, that kind of stuff, I personally don't agree with. But you know, I grew up watching celebrity roast and gags. So when it was, oh, we in the beef sector, that's what we do. We roast and we gag. And I'm like, that's not really a roast and a gag. A roast and a gag is supposed to be based off of a little bit of truth. And, it's supposed to have like a punchline and it's supposed to be funny.
Funny.
I personally don't think you attacking somebody and lying on them and calling them a pedophile is funny. It's not funny.
Ask you that.
Now, if it's truth in it, it could be. I guess it could be a roast and a gag. I just don't see nothing funny about somebody being a pedophile and somebody being abused by a pedophile person. But.
So when people call other people pedophiles, that's a trigger for you.
Oh, my timer one. Can you check the taco shells that's in the oven?
Just hold on.
I'm sorry. I forgot I put taco shells in the oven. But that's why I said timers when I'm gonna walk away from the oven so somebody will come and tell me.
So when you hear someone call, and I'm sorry, Spiller Boy, I just have to use you because I know they call you that, but by no means, I don't believe you. So when you hear someone call Spiller Boy a pedophile, that triggers you?
It greatly offends me, but you know what it does? It makes me like him more.
That's okay. Andrea, do you have a question? Andrea, you can unmute yourself. You have a question?
Or I'm sorry, I did have the background.
I know.
Also, sometimes when we're like, that's interesting, Miss Monty, where you said it makes you like the person that's been accused more. Sometimes that comes from a place of the empathy. We know how it feels to be the underdog. We know how it feels to be accused and mistreated. And Miss T, I love what you said about trauma, because we don't think about not only the trauma that you're putting on somebody else, but the trauma that you're bringing back to yourself. There's no way you could cuss somebody out, show so much anger, do all this any kind of mean and hateful things without that double-edged sword cutting you. And it's not that they're just going to come back and get you. It's the fact in the midst of doing it, it's a part of you that is not it's not accepting of that behavior. It sees more for you than what you're accepting. Constantly being in chaos, because that's one response to trauma, is that we continue to recreate it. Because after a while, when you've been in trauma for a while, your brain is actually changed. The chemicals of your brain is changed, and it becomes addicted to noticing what's wrong. You could be in a situation where something is good, it's great going on, and you notice the one person who's acting up. That's why someone can have 1,000 subscribers, lose 5, and you're focusing on that 5 because your brain is addicted to that.
Oh, wow.
And it's addicted to what's dangerous. You become addicted to what is dangerous. So when someone's getting doxxed, that's some danger in that. You perceive it in your mind. When someone's being attacked, like you said in your experience in that chat you were talking about, the story you told, I will see that stuff and I click off because I have to protect myself, because I would feel bad about that person, about what happened to that person. But you'll just hear like, no, you're not even practicing self-care. So I like how Miss Monty is explaining how she recognized that Facebook was something that triggered her.
So
whenever someone else being mistreated. Go ahead.
So Miss Monty, do you think that you're in a better place now? And if so, explain how you're in a better place now by you doing the healing, whatever healing process you took?
I'm definitely in a better place. So when I deleted my channel, what eventually happens when if you delete your channel and not private it, or I mean you actually say I don't want a channel, right?
Okay.
That's where I kind of got with it. I deleted my whole channel. I lost all of my videos that I uploaded. I lost all of the subscribers that I had gained. And I also lost all the subscriptions that I was subscribed to. So I was literally able to start my algorithm over fresh. So I don't drop in the chats that I don't participate in, literally. Like if I don't like the content creator, I don't watch it. If it's something that they have said or done that I take offense to, that I don't like, I don't need nobody else to agree with me or to wait. I don't need to wait on nobody else to make my moves. I'm out. You know, I separated myself well before a lot of my people that I still rock with separated themselves. You know, I saw things before it happened. I see things before it's gonna happen. I just don't know how it's gonna happen, how it's gonna play out. But I also know to protect myself that if I see you doing something to 2 or 3 other people, who am I? I'm not
Yeah.
that special,
What
and I'm
exempts?
not gonna give you an opportunity to do it to me.
Yeah. What will exempt us? That's true. So right now you're working on your own channel, and I love it. I love your spirit too. I do.
Thank you.
A lot of times when we are in these chats and stuff, I pick up on certain vibes, and I can tell something had happened because sometimes the things that you say, I pick up on, and I said something that happened, and I thought it was an interesting story. I thought it was you probably have a compelling story overall. I
Oh
just
yeah.
don't. Yeah, and are you sharing that when you doing your live? What is your channel about? Cooking, right?
Honestly, I'm trying to keep my channel geared towards like cooking and things like, you know, shopping hauls, budgeting, couponing, saving. I'm
We
sure
gonna
that I
need
will
that.
do a little bit of story time. My previous channel, I didn't hold anything back. My previous channel, I shared a lot about myself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not ashamed of what happened to me now. As a grown woman, I know that I had no control over it. When I was young and going through it, yeah, you couldn't tell me that I didn't play a part in it or that I didn't do something to deserve it. But a lot of it is from, you know, what you hear from the people around you, you know, and the ladies that raised me, they was from the 60s and the 70s, you know, where is, you know, we don't tell our family problems, you know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
you don't, you know, you don't show yourself a certain way if you don't want certain things coming to you. And, you know, like I said last night, um, or this morning, I can't remember because it's all a fog, but I even dressed as a tomboy trying to get the attention off of me. I didn't want men looking at me. I didn't want people, you know, quote unquote, desiring me because of the things that I had been through with other people, you know. And it was never about quote unquote how I presented myself. It was how they thought, you know. And I know I don't have control over nothing but me and my actions. So, you know, as a young lady, I didn't understand that. As a grown woman, I absolutely understand
I got
Miss
another
Monty,
one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm curious. Like you spoke of the things that has happened, and I'm sorry I'm speaking through an avatar, but I can't come on here with a scarf on my head.
Sure you
But
can. Sure you
that.
can.
It's okay. I don't mind
well,
either
who
way.
was you know, the difference between the people who really go kind of, you know, insane or not insane, but they just have no control over their emotions or the actions they do, and the people who do is a lot of times it's an adult that's carrying in their life. You know, they become that person is like an anchor for you. And that makes the difference. That who was your anchor, anchors in
My
your
next.
life?
Go ahead.
I had a lot of strong women in my life, and I'm very fortunate, you know, in that aspect. And like I said, I also had my uncle who was a very positive man in my life. But my anchor was my older cousin. She was 10 years older than me. So she was, when I was 10, she was 20. And I idolized her. That was my big cousin. I loved her. I ran after her. I wanted to be like her. But she gave me a lot of solid advice. And she really looked out for me, and she taught me a lot of who I am and what I should expect from people. And so I lost a lot of that when she moved in my 20s. And I still have her around, but I just can't physically go jump in her bed and, cry on her shoulder like that. But I definitely can call her and talk to her. And anytime I'm in her city or she in my city, we link up. But um, her, and then also my sister, she's 5 years older than me. So she was like a second mother to me, very, very protective of me, and still is. Like, we live 5 minutes away. She'll pull up on me if she haven't heard from me in a while. And then my mom as well. My mom was a very, very strong woman. She went through a lot in her lifetime as well. And so I relate a lot to my mom and her strength and how she just keeps going. She is a fighter. She never gave up, and she made sure she took good care of me and my sister to the best of her ability. And so I'm very fortunate that I had that around me among other people. But those are like the three very influential people in my life that I still talk to, I still look up to, and I still adore and love.
Where do you see yourself going on these YouTube streets? In what where do you see yourself going?
I see myself going to the top. Like, honestly,
You with
I
me?
I feel like there is no ceiling for myself other than the ceiling I put on myself. I'm in competition with myself, nobody else. And I know who I am, and I know what I'm capable of, and I am always reaching for greatness and a better me. And I think my issue is a lot of the times I put everybody before me, and
Oh.
I give myself the breadcrumbs. And I don't know if that's part of my upbringing, from what I saw with my mom, and,
Mhm.
part of what I admired about her as a mother.
Mhm.
Um, but I know it has a lot to do with the codependent issues that I picked up along the way, dealing with some of the things that I dealt with in my past, you know.
So your mind is straight. We know you about to do a show. I tell you a little funny thing. I used to be an avid couponer.
Me
Mm.
An
too.
avid coupon. Oh, I can coupon, baby. Um,
Well,
I
I'm learning the coupon. I'm not
I
an
still
oh
avid
have the
couponer.
binders to prove it.
oh, let me tell you something. I'm an avid couponer. I had laundry detergent on my shelf that lasts us a year or more.
Hmm.
Oh, I have body wash. Oh, I am an avid couponer, but I stopped because you need somebody to do that with. You need somebody to buy because now they limited things you could buy. See, we was just talking about that, and now they had a whole show about it when them folks was doing it.
Right.
Now
I
we
used to watch the Extreme
we learn
Couponer.
the game, and what they do, they change the game. That will always happen. But I digress. But I just wanted to tell you, I'm an avid couponer, and it takes a lot of work, but it saves
Oh
you
yeah.
tons of money. I have bought, in some cases, I have purchased maybe about $100 or more worth of body wash, and I probably got it for about $5. My family,
Right.
I'm gonna add the coupon. I love the coupon, but um, so now you know your directions. You have a beautiful spirit. I want to make sure that everybody please sub to Manny, Miss Mani. Her name is Mrs. Mani to
Mm.
you, but it's Miss Mani. It's not Manny. It's Mani, and she has her channel. I told you she's part of the fam, so go subscribe to Miss Monty. If we want to see change, we have to be the change. And this is a form, and this is a segue into being the change and showing the difference. The difference people are looking for. You guys won't believe there are millions of people. There are hundreds of people in this beef sector that needs a change, looking for change. But we say we are the change, but we don't show we are the change. So what happens? We get caught in the rut trying to defend ourselves when people say things to us. We don't like what people say. Then we go ahead down that rabbit hole. They are intentionally trying to drag you there. Don't go there. Continue to be the change that you want people to see. And like I said, we're not trying to come in here and change the beef sector and turn around. We are bringing something new to the beef sector, and then we will exit left and develop something different, go on our merry way. But we're not trying to change no one. We're not trying to change anyone. We're trying to bring some new flavor, sauce. That's what. Thank you, Miss. If you want to, okay, she's I'm talking right now. If she have anything else she would like to say, we would like to hear. Miss Andrea, what would you like to say? You still here? If you want to say something, go ahead. I got time.
Okay, I took the scarf off because if my mom saw me on here, I'd probably get a whooping with a scarf on.
It does not matter. We all are beautiful. We're not letting those people tell us. We're not letting those people talk about it. We're not letting those people talk about us. So say what you want to say. Hello, beautiful. Welcome to the Go ahead.
Hi. I just love a lot of things Miss Monty said, and I've seen some things in her that I just really wanted to chat with her about because I just know that she's got a gift.
Yes,
and the thing is that when we sometimes from our deepest wounds, that's where we're able to serve.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you call it codependency. It's just you're having some empathy without boundaries. You know. Because I used to call my issues codependent, and then I realized no, I just need to set some boundaries. I can still love and care for people, but I have to know where my responsibility ends and their responsibility begins.
Right.
And that's why I always say healing is a choice. I've done a lot of work within myself to make myself into something better. Like, for instance, I was on a StreamYard, and this is not against the person who said something that bothered me. It's a reflection of my growth and where I continue to need to grow. Well, I felt like someone was attacking me, which when I listened to it again, it really wasn't an attack. It was just people being, I'm just real sensitive about certain things. I said, okay, this is a pain point. And I literally clicked off the StreamYard and prayed. You know, Lord, set a guard over my mouth. Help me to present myself in a way that heals, helps, benefits, and inspires, as opposed to what my natural flesh wants to do is say, you don't talk to me like that. You're the one who's dumb. And I said, my pain point, I said, why am I mad about this? This is small. It's because when I was younger, I was really smart in school, but my mother, and I love her to death, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything to her. My mom had this thing about, if you said something stupid, everybody in the family had to know you said something stupid. So I felt like I was being called dumb. When I heard, that's not even grammatically correct. I'm like, hold up. Yes, it is. What are you talking about? And I said, that's a pain point. And so we have to find those little things about ourselves to be able to grow to another level. We're not meant to stay the same. Just like our body grows, we need to emotionally grow. I saw Binge Thinker say, she said, and I agree, you're stuck at that place of that trauma. Yeah. And when you're at that place of that trauma, that doesn't mean that you're going to just stay there forever, because you can be 50 yet behave 12 because your trauma happened at 12.
Perfect point.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Yeah,
I do too.
Made a perfect point when
and I'm not gonna put myself above it. You know, I don't think that at times I always conduct myself like an almost 40-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I catch myself and I'm like, ooh, that was very childish or, immature, right? But at least I recognize it and I do catch myself. I have to get to the point to where I'm able to just not
I love to
indulge.
be silly, y'all. I am I am a practical joker. My family would
Me
tell you
too.
I am silly. Sometimes I cannot believe I'm 58 years old.
Well, you know, it's in
Because
my
I
family, what we do is roast each other. Like literally, I'll
Yeah.
walk in the door to like 4 roasts before I even get to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm used to it, and that's how we joke around with each other. And it's always true, you know, like it's like some truth to it, right? Like, oh, look at her walking in here like she owned the world. She ain't said nothing to nobody, and I ain't spoke to nobody yet. You know what I'm saying? Well, dang, I just hit the door. You know, like that's how we kind of just go back and forth. My family is very quick and witty, and sometimes a little too quick and a little too witty, but it's never malicious. You know what I mean? And
Right.
if you
right,
didn't grow up around
right,
it, you don't
right.
understand it. You'll say, "Oh man, they bullies or they mean girls or whatever." But the
Mhm,
whole time we laughing, the whole time we know we joking, and
mhm.
we don't hit below the belt. Me and my sister, we honestly have never got into an argument over us joking with each other. It's always been over some real stuff. Like me and my sister, we don't play with each other like that. You know? Um, but I grew up being told I was found in a garbage can. You know what I'm saying? Like you was
Well,
found in a
I
garbage
was
can.
that.
And I used to go to mama like, Mama, she said this, and my mom be like, Girl, do you believe it? And I'm like, No, I don't believe it. She's like, Get out my face. You look just like her. And I'll go back to my sister like, I wasn't found in a garbage can. And she would go and go. And I mean, stoic face, like, no, really, mom found you in a garbage can. You know what I'm saying? And you build up that kind of strength of
Mhm.
taking those kind of jabs. Like if
But
somebody
that's
was to roast me, honestly, I don't think I would cry. I think I would laugh and I'd be like, that was hella funny. But that's me. And I can't expect everybody to take what I say the same way I would take what they would say.
well, that's a little different than what they do here. That's totally different of what we see on these YouTube streets. And I'm
Oh, but
telling you,
I've been accused of being a bully. I've been accused of being mean. I've been accused of being, malicious. And I'm like, what? Like on a roast and a gag? Like I've never got malicious with a roast and a gag.
Yeah.
hmm,
It's
Well,
one person on here that I have said FUCK regarding. And I mean that still to this day with all my heart. It ain't no fence to be men. You stay on your side of the fence, I stay on my side of the fence. Don't even try and throw a stone over my fence. Please don't. Please
so
don't.
what? So
my
okay, and
daughter,
that is something I say all the time about pain points, and like if 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 I'm getting mad about something, like just irrationally mad, then I know that somebody's gotten close to an area that I protect. So I like my family teases me a lot about me not knowing technology or the looks on my face or sometimes when I say dumb stuff, my
Oh,
kids
the
all like for
RBF?
instance,
You talking
huh?
about the RBF? The RBF?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I had
Yeah,
that
I
pretty
got it
bad.
bad. I get
Yeah, my
told to
kids will
smile
say that.
constantly.
Yeah,
what's
I
that?
get rest in, bad word face. When
I
you
don't
look mean and concentrating all the time,
know.
and
They
they'll
say
say you look,
they say I'm
yeah,
always mean. Yeah,
yeah. And so that's the thing but
yeah.
that part, it hit me. But if you talk about my height, my technology, um, things that I'm kind of like okay with or proud, I could take
Mhm.
that and I can laugh with you. But when you hit something like that, oh, you know what your granddaughter said, you know what your niece said, I bet your child knows this, but my child doesn't. That kind of stuff, even
Mm.
though I went through school, came out great, had, top student, whatever, but I still can't erase that critical thought. My mom didn't know what she was doing. She wasn't being like mean and hateful.
No,
She just didn't know.
read the
But how
book.
I took it,
Mhm.
it became a pain point because you get your
Oh,
esteem, your belief in who
what you
you
just
are. You get
said.
the first picture of who you are from that caregiver or parent.
Yeah.
But thank God for anchors. And I encourage anybody in the chat, whoever's listening, who will listen in the future, look around at nieces and nephews and children in the neighborhood. because you may be the one person that keeps that person from becoming a predator later on, because you have that anchor person who shows and mirrors the good in them, as opposed to everybody saying you're this, you're that. Because every time you're speaking, you are making a covenant with darkness. You know, when you're speaking evil, like you're not going to be anything when you grow up. Every time that's happening, it is a covenant being made in the spiritual realm over your child that you say you love,
Yeah.
or over your sibling. Because I used to call my brother certain names and I had to apologize because I was like, man, he became all of that. Not because I made him, it's just what I told him.
Told him. Yeah.
It agreed with that part of him who secretly believed that I wasn't right, that he wasn't right. So I reinforced a belief that he kind of had. So I just love your story, Miss Monty. I know it's more to it, but I do love what I've heard.
Well,
Hey, I
thank you
want
so
to
much.
take a quick break here because I want to shout out Dolly's. Sorry, Dolly, I forgot all about you. Charge it to my head, not to my heart. Dolly's house has a game night, which is hilarious and fun. We need more people over there. You guys, if you
Yeah, we
just
do.
want to do something different, come and join us in Dolly's house. A lot of times, you guys, if you don't see me, it's because I'm working or you guys start really late and I have to get up. I have to get up in the morning to do my 12 hours, and that could be tough on me sometimes if I stay up all night. You know, I have time tonight. I wish somebody had a game night. You know, I surfed the net last night after I got, oh no, not last night because we was here till 4 o'clock. But sometimes I surf the net after I go from one live and it's shut down. But then I wake up and then at 1 o'clock, these people were playing the game and I totally missed it. But Dolly's house is a game house, a fun house. So if you guys want to, please go over there and subscribe to Dolly's house because it's all about fun and games. Ladies, I don't know. I'm here for the taking. I could stay. If you want to talk about something or someone else want to come on the platform, please do so. I'm here for it. I appreciate it. Andrea, you are such a blessing to me. Miss Monty is such a blessing to me. I don't think you guys realize what a blessing you are to me by joining me. And this is God's purpose. This is not a mistake, y'all, that we all landed here in the beef sector with similar minds, wanting something different, but we're in the beef sector. No matter how we got here, we're here, but we have so much similarities amongst us that we were purposely put here by God. Please believe that He makes no mistakes. Okay? He
Sorry,
makes
excuse
no
me.
mistakes. I can do a small game tonight after your stream. Well, it works for me. I don't care. I'm all for it because I don't have to work tomorrow. But I wanted to get this out. I wanted Miss Monty to be able to. Cookie, you have a lot to say. Would you like to come on a platform? I would love to have you on.
Please do. I want to learn.
You don't have to be perfect. You know, if you have something to say, you're welcome to the platform. All you do but have to hit the StreamYard link. And if you don't want to be seen, all you do but push on the camera and it won't show your face. It'll show an avatar if you have one, or it'll show that circle. Miss Monty, I love your story.
Thank
I
you.
see something in you.
You know, as Miss Andrea touched on, it's a lot more to the story, you know, but I really come from the place of what don't kill you make you stronger. And also, you know, I fight against the mental breakdown, right? So like some people allow their traumas to overcome them and make them live in fear and operate out of fear. I don't operate out of fear. I operate out of love. And that's always kind of just being who I am. You know, even as a young child, you know, my mom, she suffered from migraine. And that's one of the reasons why I started cooking at 10, because I wanted to make sure my mom ate. You know, when she was down for the count and she couldn't get up to fix us dinner, it wasn't even about me eating. It was about her eating. I wanted her to eat. You know, she provided the food in the household. The least I could do is learn to cook it. And so it was out of a necessity, but also because my stepfather broke his back. So it was days that he would have good and bad days. Most of the time he cooked. But if his back was really bothering him and he couldn't stand over the stove,
Mm-hmm.
then, I had to do what I had to do.
But you
So a lot of who I am is operating out of necessity and a need. And I see a need and I want to fill it.
But you take care of your grandma, excuse me. You take care of your grandma as well, don't you? Because I always hear you say you fixing a plate or my grandma don't eat this. That's
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we picked up on you. That you're a caring, loving person. And you
Yes,
feel
when my uncle passed, she lived with my uncle. And when he passed, his wife didn't want to take on taking care of her, which it wasn't her responsibility, and we didn't care whether she did or not, right? She had somewhere to go. I actually asked
she
my grandmother to come stay with me.
she is
I wanted her to come here so that I could take care of her in her later years and, help my mom with her mom. And then also the benefit of my daughter having her grandmother, her great grandmother, her
mhm.
auntie and her mom around her. We all come from different generations. So my grandmother is teaching Jaden a different set of responsibility and rules than my mom teach, than I teach. So my child will be more well rounded, having all of these strong women in her life.
I tell you one thing. I'm sorry. I want to tap on Benj. Benj, I know you're hosting and you probably don't want to come on, but we're going to catch your channel too because Benj talks about stuff like this. Miss
Oh,
Andrea does as well. Speak with me in reference to things that's going on and things that we see on the YouTube streets. Like I said, I will lend you an olive branch. That's what they say, right? And if you don't reciprocate, if you don't take my help, I'm good. I did what God told me to do. So
right,
that's how it is. I don't hate anyone. I have a serious disdain for two people that I can say in my life right now. Two people. And I ask God all the time to change my heart because my heart right now at this point is hardened for those two people because of what they did and what they're doing. But I don't hate anyone. You
right.
know, when I think about it, these people are broken, and they're not only doing it to us; they're doing more damage to themselves.
Well, I always say, I know that karma, it don't
Oh yeah,
come it don't come by retaliation. Karma is something that you can't control, that you don't know when it's coming, and you can't predict it or not. You can't change it. And so, karma's coming, and you have to be careful what you put out there. And that's why I say, as much as
honey.
people speak on me or say something on me, I know who I am and I know what I've done. So I
So
also know my karma gonna come to me, how it come to me.
that's why I try to be nice. That's why I've learned so much. Whatever you do to someone else is going to come back to you. And it could be today, tomorrow, years down the road. It can even be, we can even see it done to your children, your heirs. You have to be very, very careful. You can't just speak anything because, for one, you're putting it out in the universe about yourself, about that person and yourself. So we need to be real careful. But you guys, come, Miss Cookie, you don't have to be camera ready. I mean,
No,
you,
I'm gonna
see,
drop
we
down
don't
so
care
somebody
over
else
here.
can come up.
Cookie,
Well,
we
Mrs.
don't care about how you look. We want to know how you look
No,
inside, not on the outside. I could care less about what you have on the outside. What's inside? Come just as you are. You know how they say in church, come as you are? Come as you are. You guys, we're not as, you know what? We are growing and sometimes I think we don't even know that we're growing, that we are shaping a difference in the community, in this community. Sometimes I don't think we realize that because it doesn't look like we have the numbers, the clicks and the views. We're not involved in that mess. So it looks like a slow growth. But again, my dear friend, James, Spiller Boy TV, told me best. Slow but steady wins the race, and we are winning the race. Don't let no one tell us different. They want to tell us different, that we're nobody. We're just little YouTubes. We are winning. I'm so excited for you ladies to be a part of my life. You have helped me grow. You may not realize that, but I'm telling you facts. My talking to you have helped me heal in some areas. And you may not believe that, but it has helped me heal in some area. I'm super glad you're a part of my life. And I would hope and pray, even if we start seeing difference and we distance ourselves, we don't try to harm each other, you know? And that's what I would hope. I would hope that we would still maintain a professional co-worker, they call it you, but we would still maintain a family environment, you know, and always treat each other with respect, whether you like it or not. Something I did, bring it to me. Don't go and tell everybody else, because they can't fix it between us, but I can. So you don't have to talk to me. I can take care of whatever I've done. I can make it right, or continue to make it wrong. I don't know, but I can make it right. No one could do that but me. So you don't have to talk about me. But we are a small family and we're growing. And believe it or not, people are intimidated by us. People are. Guys, they are. Go ahead.
I really would like to hear some from Miss Cookie and Bench Thinker. Oh, yay. Hi,
Cookie. That's all. Hi, sweetheart. We can hear you.
Hey, can y'all see me? Because I need y'all to see me, and I never did this before.
All we see is black. It's just black.
That's what I want you to see. Good evening, everyone. Blessings and salutations to everyone. I hope everyone is remaining safe during this pandemic. And thank you, Mz.Teavalocity, for embracing me from my very first post on your video. I just try to walk it like how I talk it.
Yeah.
Miss Cookie, can you speak a little bit? You had mentioned in the chat about volunteering at your daughter's school and noticing the behavior of the children. You know, and what type of things did you see?
Okay, so my daughter, she's an adult now, but at the time I was a parent volunteer. I was on the parent association. I was on the school leadership team, because I always believed that children don't ask to come here, and we have to advocate for our children.
Absolutely.
And so my daughter would be considered what you call, I'm gonna say crybaby daddy's girl. So I was always protective over her. And it wasn't so much her, but it was the other children, you know? And what I observed was children always saw myself, or they always saw her father. And one day we went on a trip, and another little girl, I was very unprotective. I was the kind of mother who had the bag with the first aid kit, the extra paper towels, looking under the seat, made sure no children were left behind. Right. So one of the children wasn't paying attention. You know, I was the mother who stood in the street to make sure the kids crossed safely. Mm-hmm. So this one young girl, you would see her, and she was a pretty little girl, and she, from my perspective, she for me was always problematic. But I didn't say anything, to each their own. So as time went on, I learned that she was a foster child. I said, okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
You know. And so she would be like kind of mouthy, want to back talk, and I'm not used to that. You know, so I would have to check myself, because I'm the adult, you know. And so it just made me a little sensitive you know. And then there were times like when we went on a different trip, and one young lady came up to me and she was like, Miss Singletary, I don't have enough money. Can you buy me lunch? I said, sure. And it always gave me the mindset that my mother used to say, you have to treat people well because I never know who's going to have to help you or my grandbaby. And that was always my mindset. You never know when you're in a position where somebody's going to have to help you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and I
True.
would never mistreat somebody's child because I wouldn't want somebody to mistreat my child.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just like children don't ask to come here, but then they're in school, they're acting out, but they don't know that they're doing anything wrong because they're just doing what they do at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if grandma cussing and mama cussing and there's cussing on the television and there's cussing in the rap song and the child go to school and they're cussing,
Mm-hmm.
they want to know like, why am I being punished if
Right.
that's
And Miss
what they're exposed to?
That's what, and that's people act out. Children act out just what they see at home.
That's
Exactly what
exactly
they see at home, and then
that's
they become
exactly
those
right.
adults. Think about it. They become those adults.
Exactly. But
but
Regina,
also
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
I,
it's okay.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. And
Regina, oh, I'm
also
sorry.
I
Go
can't,
ahead.
I couldn't read your face. I'm sorry. Sometimes we see where kids act out too because it's something they don't understand because trauma is physical. It's not just anger. Sometimes if you see a kid that can't sit still, it's a response to something that's going on within because they don't have the language yet to express I
Mm-hmm.
was afraid because mom didn't come home last night. I was afraid because I didn't get to see my dad. I haven't seen my dad in the last month. It feels like abandonment. They can't say that. So they're going to show it in what they do and what they say. Um,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
that's why, we have to maybe another show kind of look at some of the things that, because I can watch someone on their live or in another sector. I can watch them and I can see when something has hit them, even though they're yelling, I don't care, I don't care. You
They
care
do care. They do care.
because that's when
That's
you
what that.
become vicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
And they
yes,
attack.
yes. And that's why I love your chat, Mz.Teavalocity, because I realize that as a woman of a particular age, we may have just a little, not judging anyone, but we may have just a little bit more experience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I was very conscious about my age for a long time.
Mm.
And when I want to say in my mid 40s, I went back to school. I was a legal secretary, went through corporate America, and then I had a bout with depression. I had to have a hip replacement. And when you go from earning a certain amount of money to not earning that money, it plays on your psyche.
Mm. Yes, it
You
does.
understand what It plays on your
Yes,
psyche.
it does.
And I had to make some adjustments. And I started like being very, very high and then very, very low.
Low.
Very, very high and then very, very low. And then I wasn't eating. I didn't want to get out of bed. And I'm very sociable. So it alarmed my mother and it alarmed everyone in my circle. So I knew that there was something wrong. And I
Mm.
went to my primary care and I explained it to him and I went to seek counseling and things of that nature. And what really got me out of that was I really went into prayer and meditation.
Mm.
I mean, prayer and meditation. And then I didn't want to go back to corporate America. So I went back to school and I studied psychology and social work. And I
See?
just had a heart for that, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and it just opened up my eyes to what people go through.
Mm-hmm.
based on their culture.
Yeah, their
You know?
culture. And their
And
upbringing.
we were grown women and cry in class, boo-hoo crying, snot everywhere,
Mm.
because we're just hearing one another's story, what
Story.
we've been through.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, that's why you can't judge people.
Yep. And I used to be, let me tell y'all something. I used to be bad for that. I am learning so much in my elder years. I'm learning so much because I used to be judgmental. And I told you, I used to be all right, do well and stuff. And so it took me a lot, but I was so glad that God snatched everything from me and made me start all over again, because now I have a different perspective. And like you said, I can't judge people. I never know. That's why at the end, I always say, be a blessing to somebody. It doesn't matter. It could be small, like, can I buy you a cup of coffee? You look nice
Yes.
today. Oh, those are some beautiful glasses you wear. Your hair
Yes.
looks beautiful. You never know what will touch someone's spirit and uplift them. Some people be right on the edge, right on
Yes.
the edge of going over. And that little blessing that you may think is nothing will avoid them from tipping over. It's
Right.
so
Like
important.
it's so true, Mz.Teavalocity. Like
Oh,
my
yeah.
daughter, I try to encourage her all the time, right? And especially in this pandemic, right? A lot of people are so worried, rightfully so. But when I tell you that I have a sense of calm, because I'm not very uh I really love to pray, and I really labor in the word. And I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but for me that's what's getting me through, because I understand that there is a higher power,
Right.
and I understand seed time and harvest.
Mhm.
And when we think about men have always been prideful, and sometimes we have to take a minute just to sit down and reflect and think about things. Because when you think about a farmer, let's talk about a farmer. Every few years, a farmer have to stop tilling his land so the land can rest.
Right.
Because if you overwork the land, it won't produce. So we're going to work every day. We're doing this, we're doing that. A lot of us have not taken the time to just sit down and do nothing
And rest.
and rest. And
Mm.
always said to myself, especially that time with my depression, I've always believed that either you're going to do it on your own, or God will put you in a position where the only person you can fellowship with is Him. And it
That's
may not,
what's happening now. Sorry.
yeah, exactly. And that's what I think this is. I think it's time for us to wake up and to
Yeah.
pay attention
Mhm.
and to really do our research. Everything that's in front of us is it's not what it is on face value, but we all have it in us to do our research.
Mhm.
It's up to us to do our research, you know? And I just see a lot of things, and a lot of things really don't surprise me. You
Oh,
understand? But
yeah.
it causes me to be like, okay, what am I gonna do?
Okay.
What am I gonna do? And I'm a prayer warrior. So a lot of people call me and they want prayer, you know? And I
Mhm.
have a mentor, and I will call her because at one time I really thought I was really crazy. Like the time I had a vision, or I heard in my spirit, you have to write a paper on what is the role of a pastor. I'm looking around the house because there's no one in the house but me. I'm like, right, what is that? What? Call my mentor, and she called me back. But what happened was, fast forward, I went back to school with the intentions of going to seminary.
Oh.
You see? I didn't know that was not even on the to-do list. So you never know where life is going to lead you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't gone to seminary, but in the process, I got a degree in psychology with a minor in social work.
Mm.
You see? Because now I want to counsel, you know? And so a lot of people, they'll be like, I never saw it quite that way. And that's another thing I learned. Sometimes we can see things from somebody else's perspective
Mhm.
and be
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, I can see where you're going with that. Okay, okay. Instead of just shooting it down, you
You
know?
know what? And I think that's why too I kind of wanted to gear towards this, and I'm gearing towards my new channel, and my focus and energy is going into my new channel. The only thing will stop me now is production because of this coronavirus. Production might be a little slow, but I said that I was going to still come on here and do what I need to do to get ready to grow my other channel as well as this one. And you all have been a big part of that, whether you know it or not. The
Yeah,
emails I appreciate. You are sowing into something that you don't even know probably is going to be great. See, I didn't know that until Andrea showed me that. Believe it or not,
right,
Andrea showed me this is greater than what I think. And then I
right.
start, because she put that seed in my spirit, I said, I need to make it grow because I believe what she said. So I told you I was working on another channel. This is part of my new channel. And so what happens, we have to have a lot of patience with people when they tell their story,
Right.
and we'll lose some and we'll gain some
Well,
because
Mz.Teavalocity, um, a lot of people, the unpopular opinion, people don't want to hear that. They
it's,
want to hear the dragging and
yeah.
the gagging and the cussing. They don't want to hear positivity, unfortunately.
Because we're here. But see, because we in this world don't mean we of this world. Prayer is powerful.
Oh
I
my
have
God.
some prayer warriors behind me praying for my success. And then you
Sure
have
is.
those who are looking for my downfall.
Well,
Just
I'm
like
one of them
anything
praying
else.
for you.
But it's
Yes,
just
ma'am.
like anything else. And see, what's going to happen is don't worry. If you're a strong enough leader, you will have people who follow you. And I don't mean
Yes,
blind follow you. Don't believe everything I say. Do your research. But I'm only
yes,
going to tell you my truth. It's your
yes,
job to check it out for yourself. I'm only going to tell you my truth, my opinion, and my perspective. And
yes.
I always stand corrected with something. But this right here, you guys, is a segue into my next channel. I want you to know that. And we have to have patience. We have to
Yes.
cultivate this thing. We have to love on each other. There's broken people. I'm broken, believe it or not, in some ways. So that's my thing, you guys. And yes, it takes time. And yes, we have to allow people to tell their story. And we can't be judgmental about it. We have to open our eyes up to see what they're seeing. What is their pain? How can we help? If we can't help, I'm not going to harm. Okay. With that being
Yes.
said, you guys have some compelling stories, but it doesn't stop here. It's only stopping here now is because I'm about to do something else. But believe it or not, it doesn't stop here. I have someone who's helping me produce my show.
Good.
I told you, you guys, this is a segue into my new show, Jim's Talk. Is a
Well,
segue.
Mr. Velocity, that my first video that I watched,
Listen
you
to
know,
Cookie. Cookie, tell them about it. Listen to Cookie. Cookie, you gonna tell it? I want to
yeah,
look.
I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it.
Listen to
Let me
Cookie,
tell
and we
you.
gonna wrap it up with this. Monty, pay attention. Andrea, pay attention. Chat, pay attention. Go, Cookie.
I watched that video, and when I tell you, I was so convicted in my spirit. It was like you was in my brain saying every word that I wanted to say. I was like, everything, I was like, yes. And I felt so convicted because I'm like, I knew what you were saying was right, but I didn't have the courage to say it. And that's the truth. But everything you were saying, I was like, yes. The only problem that I had, I was like, I see your gift, and I didn't want you to tarnish your gift by not going there. I didn't want you, because if you're in the pig pen with the pig, you dirty too. So I didn't want you to go in the pig pen. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't want you. I said, so rather than do that, I want you to pray. Pray for those who despitefully use you. Don't allow anybody to get you to that point where you start to look like them. And I'm paraphrasing what I wrote, but the
Okay.
spirit allowed you to receive what I was saying.
I agree. And I
And
thought at that, go ahead.
go ahead, Mz.Teavalocity.
I thought at that point something different until I reread it. And then I saw her again. And it was totally different, you guys. She was correcting me. She was correcting me, to be honest with you. And she did it in a loving way. But my thought was she was riding for that person and that
No.
no.
Mm-mm.
Remember, I said that at first because
Right.
I didn't take correction well because I didn't know that. And so
Okay.
when I started seeing her, I said, no. And I said, I reread it and I thought, nope, this was constructive criticism because she don't want me to hurt myself.
Boom. That was it. You got it.
I
Thank
knew
you.
it at
Yes.
first.
Yes. You
Yeah.
got it. Thank you. I was
I had to
like,
reread it. I had to
yes.
reread it. I thought
That's what I was
something
saying.
different.
Yes, I was like, oh, no, 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 don't do that. No, 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 you got too far to go. No, we need you. We need you. You can't go there.
But
No,
I didn't
don't go
see it.
there.
But at the next day, I turned around and apologized, didn't I, Cookie, for my
Yes,
behavior?
because
Now we all
you was
know.
like,
But it was her
yes,
who
you
put that.
received it so well. Yes.
I didn't see it at first. I thought, oh no, she's not coming at me. Did she see that? It wasn't even about that. The next day,
No.
I humbled myself. I took the constructive criticism because I read the love in that. And then I corrected myself. And we are sisters. She supported
Yes.
strongly.
Yes.
But at that point, I hadn't seen it like that. But I thank you so much for your correction because, again, you made me see something and you helped my vision now. You guys have shaped my vision. And that's
Yes.
a good thing. And I
Yes.
appreciate you guys.
I am my sister's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. And I love to learn. I love to learn. And I love to be corrected too. Because anybody who loves you is going to correct you.
See, that's what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. You did that with a few folks, Miss T. I did it with Donna Hughes. Donna Hughes, you didn't have to let me know. Yep, I did it with Donna Hughes, though. I did it with her. I did it with you. But I learned from that. And then I tell you, you guys are helping me, but you probably don't think so because I probably seem so strong to you.
You are
But
spot on.
I always say you gotta check on your strong friends
Oh my
because
God. You were saying
that have
everything in that
to
video.
But you
and
wanted
get
to
the
say
link because
everything
of
I
that.
said, but you corrected me in love, and I am my sister's keeper, and I will continue to be my sister keeper until I close my eyes because
Amen.
I'm hoping that my sisters are keeping me as
We
well.
are.
And I
We most
think you
certainly
guys,
are. And that's what I was saying. We can, I was like, no, I just can't allow you to
I
go
know,
down that way. No, 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 no.
I was going for an hour and 44 minutes.
No.
I know, I was going.
Mm.
I haven't gone again. I haven't gone again.
Good.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank
Well,
you.
Miss,
So listen, with that being said, did you have something to say, Andrea?
oh, I was just gonna say thank you for this time. I appreciate you opening it up to allow Gems to talk. So, and so I thank you for using your time, talents, and your platform.
And I
Amen.
tell you, it's all about y'all. It's all about y'all. It's all about my sisters. I'm gonna be all right because you guys gonna see to it from supporting, sowing seeds that I'm going to be all right. And we all be all right. And let me tell you something. God make no mistakes. Even with what's going on today, it's not a mistake.
It's not.
God purposed us to be here. He has purposed each and every one of y'all to be in my lives, regardless whether you bring me pain or pleasure. Believe it or not, someone right now, this day in this chat, could decide they will turn against me and do whatever. But God has purposed you to come into my life at this time. And no matter what people tell us, how small we are, how ugly we look, how this and that, we are greater than what they say. If you start to believe them, then you go falter to what they say. And that's their purpose. That's their purpose. Now,
and you know, we always see the bad, but we never want to acknowledge the good.
Never. Because we're in this sector, for one. We're in this sector, but we're not of this sector. See?
Right.
And we got to keep that in mind. But I tell you, we are, believe it, we are surrounded by some powerful women here. I don't care if they're powerful in cooking, cleaning, inspiring. They are powerful in speech. I don't orate the best at times. And I really, after working, I really get a little, but it's okay, because the president, and I'm not talking about this one, so don't get me wrong, but the president needs all those people to do his job. I need all of y'all to help me grow.
Yes.
Well, I'm not talking about that one, but I'm talking about in general. You use people, and I don't mean in a bad way. You use people and you tap their knowledge, the knowledge that they have, so you can grow. So don't be scared to invite somebody into your world.
Right.
That's what my cousin used to always tell me. If you the smartest one in the room, you in trouble.
I use people for what I need, and I don't mean using the wrong way. I mean, this is my resource. You're my resource. You're helping me. So I'm going to go ahead and use you. Allow you to help me in that way, not use you and toss you to the side.
Exactly.
No,
and that is the issue I see a lot.
Your knowledge to help us grow. See, we all need each other to grow. I don't care what those people say. We need each other to grow. Everybody adds something to my vision.
Yes.
Remember that.
And that's the thing. It's like if I'm coming on your live and you're speaking into me, like you said earlier, I was meant to come on your platform to receive something. And then I can share it with someone else. Yes. Share your blessing.
Yeah. And even if I fall down on my prayer time, my praying, you know what I mean? Somebody's praying for me. Somebody's praying for me. My grandmother, I always say my grandmother prayed for me to be the woman that I am. Even though someone else cultivated, my grandmother's prayers kept me. And those people praying for me kept me.
Hey, the prayers stay.
I should have been gone long time ago.
Tell the truth, Mz.Teavalocity.
On my grandmother's prayers. I should have been long time ago.
Just like those prayers travel. Just like that, because people think, I said the prayer and that's the end. No, the prayer continues and through generations. And the thing is, so do your curses. So watch what you're saying. And Miss T, how many people are in the chat
right now? Well, it's not very many. It's our family, but it's 21 watching us.
Okay, now think about the 21 that are within the sounds of the voices and who can read the chat. Those 21 will reach 21. Each of those 21 will reach 21. And that's how we have to think of the words that we say, positive or negative.
Right.
It continues to multiply. We live in a world of multiplication. God multiplies, multiplication. So 21, touch 21, touch 21, touch 21. So think about that when you're chatting, typing, think about that when you're speaking. And that is my final statement, but that's what I really wanted to point out.
Miss Monty, would you like to say something before we wrap it up? And we're going to go through the content creators again. And go ahead.
Yes, I would. So to kind of piggyback off of what Andrea said, we are energy, everything, our thoughts, our words, and our actions. It's all energy, and energy never dies. It just transfers. And we have to remember that laws of attraction, it happens in your thoughts first. So even if you never type it, even if you never say it, if you thought it, you need to rethink that. And I am definitely rethinking myself and reevaluating myself and coming from a place of where I don't want to limit myself. And right now, with the things that I'm doing, even though it's not malicious, even though it's not the worst of things that could be said, done, it's still stagnating me in the energy realm. And so, I have to make a shift within myself, my thoughts and my actions and my words. I want to see a difference in myself. If I keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, thinking the same thoughts over and over and over again, then that's what I'm going to see. That's what I'm going to feel. That's what I'm going to attract. And so I've been very cautious about what I say about myself. I speak highly of my life because that's what I want for my life. Whether I feel that's where I'm at right now or not. Where I am is not where I will end up. And I definitely believe that, so even if I am in a hurt state, I won't stay there. Even if I'm in a happy state, I won't stay there. So I have to constantly think about where I'm going. And as much as I would like to take everyone with me, I know everyone can't come with me. And so my life is my journey. It's mine, myself, me, myself, and I. So I've always surrounded myself, as you heard, by older women. And I love being around you guys. You guys help me.
Thank you.
As well. And so I just want to say, I am my sister's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. And I am my keeper.
Yes.
And thank you so much, Mz.Teavalocity.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. Go ahead, Miss Cookie.
Okay, well, I want to first thank you again for coming into my life, for embracing me. Thank you for allowing me in your chat. And I just want to encourage everyone in the chat. When you want to make a change, start with yourself first. Allow yourself to make mistakes, because sometimes mistakes are the gems that we need to learn from. So don't get upset with yourself when you make a mistake. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep on moving forward. And my daily prayer, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna let you go, Mz.Teavalocity. My daily prayer is, if there's anything in me that's displeasing, I ask that you bid it to move. If I've said anything or done anything to hurt someone, I ask that you forgive me. I ask that you put it in their heart to forgive me and allow me to forgive myself. Allow me to be a blessing. If I have the means to bless someone, let me bless them without hesitation. And in this your name I pray, amen.
Amen. Exactly. This has been a beautiful, beautiful night for me. I greatly appreciate it. Everyone who came on to the platform, those who engaged in the chat. We are not here by mistake, but we are planted here by God. And I hope and pray that each and one of us will lock arms and remember and make sure that we embed this in our hearts and in our spirits. I am my
Yes.
sister. Keep me.
I
Keep
am my sister's
and
keeper. Yes.
keep us. Make sure, like she just said, it's okay to make mistakes. It's all right. Just when someone correct it with love and accept it with love. We said that was our first interaction was a miscommunication on my part, only because the sister saw where I was going and she was trying to correct me before I fall. And I thank her very much. I greatly appreciate your support, Cookie. I'm glad you came on my platform. It's not about how we look on the outside, it's how we look on the inside. What do I have to offer? God will give us discernment. God will lock spirits. God will do it all. He would equip us with whatever we need, no matter how little and how small we are or how people see. We are powerful people. Prayer is powerful. Continue to pray and uplift each other. Now, I say this in my closing. I'm getting ready to close out. Cookie, I appreciate you. I appreciate your support and coming on tonight. I really do. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. We're going to meet back at Dolly's house for game night. Cookie, if you want to, come over there, but I know you have to rest. I know that. But you guys, we are going over to Dolly's house. Again, let me go over those content creators. Now, a snack in the mill is a content creator. Demetra Lit All Day is a content creator. Binge Thinker is a content creator. Captivating Christian, Dolly's House, who we are over to Dolly's House. Read the Heart of Philadelphia, Lily. One Proud Glamour is on tomorrow. In fact, we going over Dolly's house. Lady T didn't come on, but that's Ladytea, a graphic designer. She's a tarot reader. She's a content creator new to the family. Miss Monty, and it's Miss Monty to you. It's not Miss Manny, Miss Monty. To you. She's a content creator. So Captivating Christian. I always keep Captivating Christian near and dear to me. And of course, Mother, James Spiller Boy TV. Those are the content creators that I visit, that I rock with. If I miss someone, please put it down in the chat right quick, because I don't want to miss. Oh, and Triple Red and D Spot. That brother does ASMR. But again, I'm attracted to good people, and I try to see the good in people. And D Spot, I haven't seen him over here, and that's okay. But he's a brother that does ASMR. He does that mukbanging and stuff like that. But I admired him and really took to him when he went out his way to help Rico, my baby, my son, my YouTube son, when he went out his way to help him to get him back home. That's a brother that was needed, and he stepped up in the time of need. Just the man he has saw on the YouTube streets. He blessed him by going down, picking him up, and putting him back on track to come home when he was stranded. That's a serious brother. Just a guy he saw on YouTube. People like that I'm attracted to because they're about their business. They walk the walk that they talk, helping people. I could see it all day and I say, I want to help people. I want to touch people. But my action shows different. Oh, you there. You welcome, baby. I admire you. You'll never know. I have young sons. I have sons. I have a son that'll be 38 years old. And then my baby is 30 years old. So I admire you, young man. Anytime I see a young, positive brother, I admire them and try to support as much as I can. Triple Red, I love your channel. Thanks for joining me. I shouted out whoever. Did I get everybody? I didn't forget. Oh, Gaia. I'm sorry. Sorry, Gaia. I forgot you. You forgot Gaia Love 22. Hey, sorry. Gaia is a content creator. She's part of the family. Just go over there, you guys, and subscribe. I say it like this. I know people come on here and don't watch me the whole 2 hours I'm on here. I could get bored. We have high points and low points. That's okay. But if we're really about our business trying to support, go over there, give them a click and a view, subscribe to them, and let it do what it do. We're trying to help them too get to where they need to be as far as numbers, monetization, is money to be made. I told you I don't want the breadcrumbs. I want the whole loaf so I can feed my family. And I mean that literally. I want to be bigger so I can feed my family. Okay? Believe me, when my word is everything I have. So my word is my bond. Same here. I love the energy. Nice break from the mess all the time. Thank you, baby. Mz.Teavalocity, the catalyst for empowering dialogue, positive vibes only. Yes. I love me some triple red. Okay, Cookie, but thank you, baby, for joining me. I love me some triple red. Yes, and that's my Sherlock Holmes of these YouTube streets, and they scared. They scared, y'all. They scared, y'all. Why they scared, y'all? Why they scared, y'all? Because triple red is on their case. That's why. He's going to break this case. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. Miss Monty and them will show you how. Drop by. They'll show you how. Inexpensive dishes. They'll show you. Okay, you guys, we got to get this music. Oh, Angie Pooh. Hey, Angie Pooh. Angie Pooh 215, you guys. Okay, I'm going to have to write it down. Gaia, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to write it down. Really thoughtful videos. Oh, Binge Thinker got some powerful videos too. Step out there on faith, baby girl. Don't be scared. Make them scared. Don't you be scared. You got it. Okay. We have an adult. We about to have an adult-friendly fun at my house. So we going no drama. We going over there. So I got to get ready to play my music. And I have to get ready to say, and I mean this, I am my sister's keeper. Thank you for reminding me that. If you see your king's crown tilted, help him straighten it out. If you see your queen's crown tilted, help her straighten it up. Speak life into your young prince and princess. They are our future. They are our joint heirs. We are joint heirs of Christ. We can have anything we want in this world. We just have to reach for the stars. A lot of us limit ourselves. I told you, I'm going to take to the life coaching because I start stuff and stop. But I think there is such a need for us here on this YouTube streets. Be a blessing and not a bother. As we get ready to depart here, make sure you stay safe, keep your distance, and that's it. That's it. That's it. I really don't have much more to say. And don't let oh yeah, I made the pork chops last night, Demetra. And don't let nobody tell you how little you are. Who are they to tell you how little you are or you don't count? I do count. My numbers count. My energy count. My vibes count. My physical being count. All of me count because I count because I said I count. So to you, I don't count, but to me, I count. And that's the most important thing in my life, what I think about me. So I do count. So don't worry about those little numbers. Don't worry about being a small YouTuber. Don't worry about your hair. Don't worry about this. Don't worry about that. All those physical beings. Worry about your inner being. How healthy and well are you inside? What do you have to offer me other than dragging and talking about me? You don't have anything to help me. You're a hinder. So you are not a part of my life and my growth. Don't be fooled. I see it and know it all. I see it and know it all. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, we're going to play a couple of games. Now, Dolly, have it all together because I can't be up 2 and 3 o'clock again tonight. I need some rest. I have to work on Friday. I am my sister's keeper. Thank you, Proud Glamour. Proud Glamour, I didn't mention you. Yes, I did. Proud Glamour, thank you, Glamour. keeping us reminded that I am my sister's keeper. Good night, you all. There you go. And don't worry, the next channel is coming. Yes, I'm so excited. Grins and bobs in my head, happy as can be. I am my sister keeper. I am, and I shall see you guys in a few minutes at Dolly's house. One more time. Thank you, Donna. Much love to all of y'all. Good night. I'll see you in a few at Dolly's house.